welcome to episode 491 of AKAPAD's Audio Audacity podcast. And if you're new here, let me tell you what we do and who I am. I'm Peter A. DeLuca, AKAPAD, another known as Spicy Taco Roast Beef Sandwich, the creator of Uzi Suzy and Trial by Fire. But here we do movies. I mean, we've been doing movies for almost 500 episodes. My goal is to discuss and talk to you about every single movie ever made. It's a lofty goal. I'm going to try and do it. And racing towards 500. And I call it racing towards 500 because I want to hit 500 before the 31 Days of Dread. So I really have to do a content dump. The 9 to 5 has been killing me, just time-wise and flow-wise, and I have been cranking up my drawing. I'm just juggling a lot. I'm trying to do it all, but we are doing it all. And we're talking filmmakers. Filmmaker number 2. Number 1 was Michael Bay. One of the absolute goats. People that don't have that opinion don't understand what it takes to make a film, and they don't appreciate the effort and the expertise that goes into his films. Now, we're dealing with the dynamic opposite. So if we have Michael Bay on one side of the coin, we're going to flip that coin to Paul Thomas Anderson, commonly referred to, or AKA PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson. I was introduced to his work in 1997 with Boogie Nights, ensemble cast. We can argue that his first 3 movies are ensemble. It's like this ensemble trilogy. 1996, Hard 8. That now there's it's of Hollywood lore that the original cut of that movie was lost. PTA lost it to the studio. The studio recut the movie. I believe the original title was Nancy. It's called Hard 8. Moving on. It's a gambling, it's a casino movie. Fantastic, by the way. One of the best first entry movies ever. Like, meaning, oh, we all know who you are. Here's your first movie. Holy shit type thing. 97 Boogie Nights, the soundtrack, everything. I still listen to the soundtrack. It's masterful. The music selection, the timing of it all. None of the music selected for Boogie Nights feels forced. And a lot of times we get this, and a little bit of the Reservoir Dogs effect. But then we have, we talk about this a lot. We talk about this with Any Given Sunday. 1999, transformative year in Hollywood. Magnolia. Tom Cruise gets the Oscar nomination. But this is our ensemble trilogy. Hard 8, Boogie Nights, Magnolia. And then he's going to transition his career, 2002, to love stories. And we have a love story trilogy. But this is part 1 of that trilogy. So I'm calling these things trilogies, and I'm classifying them certain ways to showcase the phases that PTA has gone through. And Paul Thomas Anderson is legit he's the greatest filmmaker we have today. 2002, Adam Sandler enters into something not goofy. Punch Drunk Love. One of the best love stories you will ever see. Surely got more praised. 2007, this is what a lot of people will argue is the absolute masterpiece. There Will Be Blood. Daniel Day-Lewis, oil prospector, or just prospector in general, just digging, trying to find something. It's an epic. It's an opus. It's there. Very memeable too. That movie hit the lexicon. There's a lot of lines. There's a lot of ideas and philosophies that came out of There Will Be Blood that gets repeated today. 2012. The Master. This is his L. Ron Hubbard Scientology movie. And holy crap, we got Philip Seymour Hoffman. We have his first collaboration with Joaquin Phoenix, who is one of the greatest actors we have today. He's like, I call it the four-headed dragon with Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Gosling. Robert Pattinson's the other head of that dragon. The Master is, this is the one where it just seems to be on repeat for me. This movie is so subtle. It's so exact. The line that it walks, it's so intelligent. I love it. 2014, he recollabs with Joaquin Phoenix with Inherent Vice. This is his Elmore Leonard is Get Shorty. This is this like pulp, nice guys type exploration. The pulpy, like it's not neo-noir, but it's like the pulpy detective story is a filmmaker's treat. It's a filmmaker's genre. I feel like it's one of those entries everyone needs to try. It's same as like, well, and we'll discuss this with someone even like Ridley Scott, where eventually you live long enough as a filmmaker and you want to touch everything. Inherent Vice, it's maybe his most questionable movie. It's his return to an ensemble cast, but it's there. It's awesome, and for the type of movie, it's as good as Nice Guys. So put the two of them together. 2017, we're back with Daniel Day-Lewis in what should have been an Oscar sweep, an Oscar domination. Can't believe this movie lost to Moonlight. A movie that it was very difficult for me to get through the first 20 minutes. I never returned to it. The Phantom Thread, it's a absolute wrecking ball. It's an absolute masterpiece. There's nothing you can leave out. There's nothing you can add. Daniel Day-Lewis once again dissolves into the role. The girl in that show got Best Actress. Phantom Thread is a movie that sticks to you when you're done watching it. It will stick to you. 2021, we're rounding out the love story trilogy. So let's go back to the love story trilogy. 2002, Punch Drunk Love. 2017, Phantom Thread. 2021, Licorice Pizza. I did not know what to expect with this movie. And as a little bit with Phantom Thread, as the movie marches on, you're looking for the point. And then it gives us the point. And we feel satisfied and we're moving on. Nothing's ambiguous. A master filmmaker doesn't leave anything up to the audience. I'm sorry. They don't. And you can make that argument with some of Kubrick's stuff, but not really. Yeah, I even feel like some people might be thinking 2001 and Clockwork Orange. I think those movies have endings, and they tell us what's happening in the ending, but they end. It's not just, they just don't stop. Modern filmmakers just want to stop, and they think they're being cute. Licorice Pizza brings us on this journey. It is so much fun to watch. Another tour de force in music selection. It feels like it's of the time. I say this a lot about modern day period pieces. Phantom Thread, Licorice Pizza feel of the times that they're put in. People, do not discount Paul Thomas Anderson. There's very little to criticize him over. Perfect run from 96 to 2021. The pimple maybe on that face is Inherent Vice. And this really just goes with some notable reviewers that kind of came up a little bit hard against that movie. I don't agree. I feel like I would have to watch Inherent Vice to another 5 or 6 times, to be honest. Okay, people, rock and rolling here. Let's tease the next episode. 492 will be Tim Burton, another guy who's almost his entire filmography. I've been there. All of his movies got released during my lifetime. I know it pretty well. So many memories.